Tony Coles.
See, let's go. Thug it out.
See, I'm back.
Let's go. Thug it out.
See, I'm back on my bullshit.
This your boy Jameis Winston out here with these unbelievable melanin brothers that I got over here. What's going on in y'all household right now?
Bill the T, we got 3 kids, living the life, man.
Solve everything.
Okay.
Birthdays of love.
Yes.
Whoa.
My brothers, what I'm looking for a real tea ambassador, and I'm really looking for a sidekick. Okay, so if I'm walking down the street and you see an old lady with a bike crossing the street, what would we do?
We're gonna go give her a tea.
What if she hits the curb and she falls down? What would we do then?
Give her a tea.
As you know, that tea is very hydrating. My sidekicks, they know this is our green tea citrus flavor.
It is definitely a lot more hydrated.
I mean, you made me think. Will you take a picture?
Of course, I'll take a picture with you.
Oh wait, hold on. Should I put the?
We are in Tampa, Florida, and you got a hoodie on.
I'm the general manager of this restaurant over here.
I just was talking to those guests over there. Look, they still drinking the tea. You know what I'm saying? Tell me the funniest moment that you had in your restaurant right now. Are they standing on tables?
They're standing on tables. Don't tell my boss that, but they're standing on tables back there, James.
It's tea time. Y'all turning up.
Let's do it.
I hope you enjoyed this real tea time with Jameis Winston. We're signing off here. We had some real conversations. We had some real bad karaoke. And we also had some real tea time. I'm signing off by eating a W.
Man, we're finally here. 3 years in the making, we finally here.
I didn't even know the major was. Like, man, we ran the city. You know what I mean? We ran the city.
No, that's the
Right.
I mean, I was proud of it. We weren't close to Magic City. Nah.
By the dean of high school basketball coaches.
The dean.
I ain't care nothing about Jack, though.
Told the young lady, I said, he definitely married up. You're 27, is that correct?
So it hurt because I'm human.
Yeah,
Right?
rightfully so.
But I'm going to give you more to hate. Just stay tuned.
You gonna get your first one tonight. Give me the rock. Right, we're gonna stop and get some chicken.
Right.
So we laugh about that. You ride with me, gonna get that chicken.
Yeah. Did you ever heard that story that the scouts were coming?
Came to see
him.
and saw Willie Mays.
They'll come on Wednesday to catch me.
Team they went to, we don't beat them 4 out of 5 times, so, maybe they'll help them out.
Thompson is overtaking Hoop. There's no question that Thompson is taking over.
Got the best black.
Hey, Maurice, boy. Hey, Maurice give you what you want, man. Coach said, well, you can look out the front door and look through to the backyard. He said, that's the play I want. And then he said, take that ass whipping like a man. Coach. Boy, you crazy. Birmingham, how y'all doing, man? We are talking not just baseball. We talking hardball, Mike. We talking hardball. We talking about the other ball too. We talking about softball as well. And we brought a young man in to help us. Cause you told me you played a little baseball, but I don't believe you. I played a little baseball.
I played a little bit.
But it's been so long.
Man,
I thought,
you played soccer, man.
Look at, we didn't even have helmets when I played.
Yeah.
We just went up there with a cap. I turned my thing. Look, I turned it this way in case that joke was trying to beam me. The be able to catch it.
Man, what kind of ball you played, man?
Bro, man, we bringing in Coach Moss, ADAP, over there, the flagship program of the state. we brought him in, the co-host Mike and myself, to help us with this baseball and softball conversation. And it's gonna get deep now because, like I said, we both used to play, and it's not enough representation now, I feel, but it's just my opinion, of our brothers and sisters in the game. And I want to know what the heck happened.
You want to know what happened?
I want to know what happened. Because, boy, we play all week long. Like Ernie Banks said. So y'all ain't think I knew that. Let's play what? Let's play 2.
Let's play 2.
Man, listen. We had cable, man. We would watch the dadgum WG. I catch me a Cubs game. And by the time I go to practice, come back, I'm watching the Braves. And that was good TV for me back then. That's all I wanted to do.
I was watching the Wizard.
Yeah.
Smith. The best.
Couldn't wait till they came to either one of them. Hey, he can run out there and flip.
That's it.
Right there, shortstop. The game ready now.
He looks just like me and you too.
Is it? Gary Templeton. Huh? Jim Rice. Them boys. I hope they know these names I'm saying now.
They a little bit too young.
You don't think they know them?
Damn.
Well, they're gonna be interesting. Birmingham. Y'all see, is he on the screen, Mike? I just want to make sure. Okay, okay. You know me. I had to ask.
You don't see that thing, right?
I mean,
go ahead. Gotcha.
Look. I ain't got my glasses on.
Oh, put them
on. Birmingham, y'all see him. We got the ADAP coach Tyrus Moss. Give it up for him. Coach,
Thank you for inviting me.
No doubt. I mean, we, couldn't have this particular podcast, this edition without you.
That's right.
Okay.
Man, why you always dripping like that, though? I sound like I hate it, though.
I ain't dripping. I'm just representing my label.
Hey, Mike, I listen, I'm glad you brought that up.
He be dripping.
Well, I just want something. They told us. We asked.
We got
the
you.
Bible, huh?
We got you.
Okay, so we ain't got to talk about that. All right.
We got you.
We share the same barber. Now go in there, got hats all on the wall. Parker this.
Hey, Floyd been cutting my hair since 94.
You got to take care.
He just on the other side of 1911, but that's my boy. That's my dog.
Okay.
Before he became a dog.
There you go. There you go. Coach, man, how your weekend been? We got a little rain out there. How your weekend been?
Weekend was long. We played yesterday. We was off Friday. Started off playing on Thursday. Lost in the last area series, so we won't be going to the playoffs. So that was a little disappointing.
Okay.
But I take that with this group of guys because they're very young.
Yeah, I remember you telling me.
But they competing.
Okay.
They competing on a level that I ain't expect them to compete on, and a lot of people didn't expect them to compete on it. But everybody in trouble now.
Okay.
They're in trouble now because they're gonna get another year, another summer, another fall with me.
Right.
They're in trouble.
Okay. Now, how was church today?
Church was awesome.
You over there with where B was, right?
Yes, sir. He wasn't there today.
Your God is awesome.
Yeah, he wasn't there today.
Okay. Now I know we talking, baseball and softball, but did you get a chance to watch any of the Final Four this weekend?
I did not. I was disappointed because I was actually eating dinner at my mother-in-law's house, and my uncle said South Carolina got blowed out.
Yeah, that's the day. Yeah,
I'm like, the game was today.
Yeah, the girls were young ladies were today.
I didn't know the game was today because I wanted to watch that game. I love Dawn.
Yeah,
I love
she cool. She cool as a fan.
I just want to meet her. I ain't get a chance to meet her when they was in Birmingham. And I was sick because we were playing ball, but I wanted to meet her so bad, and I still want to meet her. I'm gonna meet her.
Okay.
That's my girl.
Yeah, she cool as a fan. I like her. Am I straight, Mike?
I
need this part right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
You need to let your seat up a little
All
bit
right.
too.
Okay.
Okay, you good.
All right. But man, you wear so many hats. So that's what I'm saying. We got the last time we talked to you. Since then, y'all have had a good basketball season. You had this, you had that, but state champion in 6A. You the AD of a state championship football program. Talk to us, man, about that.
Only thing I can say is about it is I told you. I told you we were coming, and I told you we were gonna win it.
Yeah.
And I knew what Frank had put in place, and I knew what his coaching staff had done with those young men that they coach.
Right.
Like I told you, like we both agree, we all agree that Frank had the juice. He's done some things at Parker that just watered down every other sport.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, he started the 5:45 morning practice. Everybody doing 5:45 in the morning practice.
Wow.
So I mean, he's setting a trend.
Okay.
He started preaching fit a herd.
Yeah.
We fit a herd.
Yeah.
That's what we say. Fit a herd, the university.
Yeah.
You, baby.
The you. I hear you, baby. Birmingham, that's Coach Tyrus Moss. Coach, man, look, you, like I said, you wearing them hats over there. Coach had some on his page. Shout out to nephew, man, Frank Warren over there. Coach had some on his page. Coach Sampson from Houston You know, they in the finals. And he said, we want more black coaches. He wants more black coaches. He wants more black ADs. Man, you know, you're at a predominantly black school. But because it ties into this baseball thing too, that we just don't have our fair representation of us. And we dealing with DEI and all this stuff that's going on now, where they trying to erase what the contributions that we've made to this country.
Erase our legacy, our history, our
and not only erase, but not really give you a seat at the table. Like, we can't do what they say, you know, say that it can be done and needs to be done in these positions. Talk about that, man, and just filling that role as an AD, as an assistant principal. When you go to these meetings, you say you're going to a meeting, I'm sure you're going to see your white counterparts as well. How you feel in those type of meetings?
Well, this year was my first time actually going to the National AD Conference in Austin.
Okay.
We were there for a week, and like you said, we're not heavily represented. But while being there, they had a minority association minority AD meeting, and we went to the suite, and we got a chance to meet with people that look like us, men and women.
Right.
And you know, they from all over the country. We got a chance to network, and believe it or not, and you know, I don't want nobody to take this the wrong way, the ADs that look like me and you are the ADs that's grinding, that's making things happen, making things shake for that program.
Okay.
Some of these ADs are at predominantly white schools with a black face. But, you know, no matter what the situation, no matter where you are, you got to make the best of what it is. Because at the end of the day, we all serve kids. Like I tell all my coaches all the time, yeah, I don't work for y'all and y'all don't work for me. I work for the kids. And you all work for the kids.
Right.
Just happen by way to work for me.
Right.
But we all working for the kids. We here to serve the children and serve the community and be the pillars of positivity in our community, what we could do at that time for these kids. Because somebody had to do it for us.
That's it.
You know, I say it all the time. Somebody did something for me. I wouldn't be sitting in the seat that I'm sitting in if somebody didn't do something for me.
I hear you, Coach. I hear you. Man, you spoke on our Bisons over there. And talk about that team. How young are they?
I'm gonna return to 9 starters. That's how young we are.
Okay.
I posted that today, and I said the future is now. It's a good feeling. It wasn't a good feeling in the off season because I knew how young we were. So I was trying to develop pitchers. I was trying to make everybody a pitcher. It worked in certain situations. In certain situations, it didn't.
Okay.
Sometimes you got to know who want it. And who need it. Like I was telling you about game 2. We beat Mound on Thursday in game 2, 3-2 in extra innings.
Man, why you ain't calling me, y'all? Because I told you I wanted to come and see you.
You know, it's baseball. So, I'm focused on one thing, baseball. Then in game 3, I was gonna start the 7th grader.
7th grader.
And I didn't start him. And that's a decision that I'm gonna have to live with and from out the game talking to him.
Oh, did you say a 7th grader?
Yeah, the same 7th grader just had 10 strikeouts on yesterday against Woodlawn.
Okay, I hear you.
Wow. You regret it.
What he throwing, Coach? What he throwing over there?
He can throw. He got 3 pitches as a 7th grader. He got a slider, curveball, and his fat ball will move in, out, 2 seam, 3 seam. He can throw. Okay. This young man gonna be really, really good. Okay. Somebody compared it, said, "You think he gonna be he the best 7th grader you ever had?" I said, "No, he's not the best." That's a long line of 7th graders that played for me. And Omari Williams is one. That's probably going to be the best 7th grader that ever played for me.
Wow.
But Omari have his own legacy because he started something in the 7th grade and he finished it as a senior. So that was the first championship I got in basketball with Cade.
Man.
Omari was on that team. We beat Ramsey at BJC.
Okay. Yeah, I remember I was there. I don't remember I was there.
Yeah, but I regretted not starting that young man. Because me and him had a conversation. He said, "Coach, what I got to lose? I came over here to play for you, and I'm gonna do everything you asked me to do." And that just that made my heart melt. That made my whole attitude melt. And I like that kid.
Right.
That kid gonna be very, very special.
Okay.
Remember the name, DeAndre Thompson. He'll be an 8th grader next year.
Okay. Birmingham, that's Coach Tyrus Moss. That's good stuff. Man, like I said, we asked you to step in tonight and co-host. We're gonna bring in a young man that's under your leadership. So, like I said, we're gonna let you help facilitate this conversation, but we're gonna bring in your head softball coach, Brian Hodge, to sit in the hot seat for a hot second with us. Coach, you can come on in.
Yeah, he gonna really be sitting in the hot seat.
You
know, that's my daughter's
coach. Daughter's coach too.
Yeah, my daughter coach, a godfather, my little brother, everything.
It's a
he wear a lot of hats.
He
wear a lot of hats over there too, though.
Okay, there it is. Birmingham, welcome him in. Coach, what's happening, man?
Gotta pull your mic up.
Hold on, let me get situated.
Yeah, let me get situated, Jay.
Look at him smiling. Well, you're a happy guy.
I know somebody not happy walking here with all this black on.
It'll be all right.
Parker colors are purple and white.
It'll be all right. You got purple and white in it.
Y'all go ahead.
I had to put that out there for the great A.H. Parker High School alumni based people.
They send you some messages there now.
Oh yeah, they let me know the colors are purple and white.
Well, you know, and we had a discussion because is it some gold or somewhere in there? It's some old uniforms or something?
Yeah, that's something that Coach Leonard had put in during his tenure, and Cap did as well. You know, they tried to set us that Fairfield tie because, you know, Cap was from Fairfield.
Yeah, that's right.
So Coach Leonard just followed the tradition of Cap, but there is no colors of gold in Parker colors. Parker colors are royal purple and white. But like I said, sometimes they don't know what they say because they say, it take old. I love that purple and white. I love that purple and gold. So where are the other colors?
Right.
Is it purple and white or purple, white, and gold?
There it is. But you know, it was crazy, man. It takes an old Fairfield guy to have to school them jokers over there at Parker, man. That's all I'm gonna say about that, though. Coach,
what's up, Jay?
What's happening with you, man?
Not much, man. Another day on the earth.
I hear you, baby. I hear you. Man, we got your AD in here with you, man. Your big bro.
Tough fella right there, man. Tough fella right there, man.
Man, I asked him, man, did you see any of this basketball this weekend?
I did. I actually watched the women's Final Four, man. I was kind of shocked about South Carolina, but I've been telling folks all year, man, they was some sleepers. They look
that Paige girl special though.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Coach played a big role in that too now.
Yeah. So you didn't see that comeback from Houston last night on Duke, did you?
Nah, I missed that one, but I kind of saw the highlights.
That's why I walked out of the little spot I was in. That's right. Play to the clock says 0. Yep. Yeah. Birmingham, we got Brian Hodge in. Let me tell y'all about the Joker, man. 3-sport scholar. Not hey coach, not just 3-sport athlete. He scholar. Graduate of Jackson Olin High. Beloved son, brother, and what I like most, father. Y'all welcome Brian Hodge, Parker High softball head coach. Man, we appreciate you coming in, man.
My dog.
Appreciate y'all for having me.
Man, you've been watching the show for a while. You know what we're gonna do. we're gonna connect some dots. Let these folks know who you are, where you come from. Let's start there, man. You went to JO, but let's talk about growing up in the as a youth in the city of Birmingham. What schools you went to?
I started out elementary wise. I went to Council Elementary, which is now closed. When I left there in the 5th grade, I went to Glenn Middle School to start my middle school journey. Then from there, I went to Jackson Olin. Okay. Then from there, I went to Miles.
Okay.
Then I ended up going back to Miles to finish.
Okay. So now, Glenn, that was your middle school.
Right.
So it was Glenn High Cool School. We were in school.
I heard
yeah. Bobby Humpo. Yeah. Okay. So growing up, what were you were playing all sports then?
Actually, man, I started. I played 1 year Little League football.
Okay.
I played over at West End with the West End
Panthers. Yes, sir.
You all know my teammate Ronald Steele.
Yeah.
Me and him were good teammates at that age, and then I kind of got away from football and focused on basketball and baseball.
Okay.
Then when I got to high school, I had a conversation with my dad and my older brother, and they were like, "Man, you got all this football talent, but you scared and all this and all that." I said, "Well, it's not."
Oh, wait a minute, they ain't call you scared.
Yeah, they kind of called themselves trying to pump me, but you know, I told them, man,
Mike.
I wasn't scared. It was just something I didn't want to do at the moment.
Right.
So I got to be a junior in high school and ran into Coach Clisby, and he was like, "Man, you need to come play football." So I was like, "All right, man, I'm gonna come out there in the summer." So Coach Clisby ran into my mom. My mom worked at Sam's at the moment, doing some things on the outskirts, and she was like, "Hey, Coach Clisby wants you to come to practice." I was like, "All right, I'm gonna go." So
There it is.
I didn't start playing high school football to my junior year.
Okay.
To my junior year.
Now, what you play? What position you play?
Quarterback and receiver.
What? Yeah. Okay, I hear you, boy.
Dad was an old quarterback too. Sweet feet.
That's what's up.
My brother was too.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay.
We went to school in Tuscaloosa at Tuscaloosa County.
I made him pay for that decision when they played against us too.
Really?
Yeah, man, that's another story.
Yeah, I made him pay for that decision. I told him he should have came to Parker. Trying to get him to come to Parker. Couldn't come.
You did. Coach Ford did as well.
Yeah, we made him pay for it.
Really? I hear you, boy. I hear you.
Bad, man, on the basketball court.
What they do? What they do, Coach?
And the baseball
man. They drilled me bad. Beat me by multiple points.
77.
64.
Oh, I thought it was 77. That was West Indies. They put 77 up on.
Damn.
But there was a difference. It's just a couple points.
That's all.
It still was a blowout.
You let him do you like that, Brian?
Hey, man, I ain't had no choice.
You had no help over there, huh?
I wasn't no one-man army now.
That's right.
I should have been, but
that's what's up. So, man, how was it over there at J.O., man?
They got him.
It was good, man. You know, I just wish I had some better things to happen, but unfortunately, you know, I made the best out of it. But
yeah,
it was good overall, man. I had some great teachers, great administration, some good coaches, man. It was just, unfortunately, some things didn't go our way.
I got you. So, man, you know, I hear. I'm assuming your dad coached at Miles, right?
Yeah, man. Funny story. Growing up, man, I was what they call a Miles baby.
Okay.
So my mom worked on one side of the campus, my dad worked on the other.
Okay.
So it was one of them situations.
It's just a family affair.
Right. So when I got on campus, it was my mom wasn't worried about me, my dad wasn't worried about me because I was one or two places. I was either with the athletes or I was in one of somebody's dorm room or in the activity building. So I wasn't hard to find, but you know, guys like Tyrus Moss, I met him at a younger age. Mike Steele, met him at a younger age. And a lot of the guys, Coach Barber, you know, Coach Thomas over at midfield. Yeah. You know, there's a lot of guys I can call out. Coach Lane over at Winona. I can, you know, all them guys are my big brothers.
Wow.
You know, because growing up, that's who all I was around. I was around those guys. You know, a couple of females, Neonta Williams, Coach Gills over at PV at Pinson Valley. So, you know, I was one of those kids, you know.
Right.
So
you definitely was a Miles baby.
I was.
Definitely that. My personal spotter.
Cole, what you when you look at what you're doing now, you know, you got still years ahead, but when you look at that and say, like, dang, how did that help and shape and mold me? You know, what contribution you think being on that campus around the different things you were exposed to, how do you feel that's shaping to where you are, where you're being, and where you're going?
Man, I got to give credit to my dad, man. My dad passed away in September of 2019, but a lot of my coaching comes from my dad, just being around my dad.
Right.
Because at a young age, it was, you know, my dad pretty much never told me no.
Okay.
You know, when my dad used to have to go on those trips to Savannah State and, you know, football-wise, it was, Daddy, can I go? And it was, yeah. You know, but my dad always instilled in me what my kids do, you have to follow the same thing. So, you know, when they had to wear shirt and tie on Friday to get on that bus to go to wherever we had to go, Brian had to be in shirt and tie.
Okay.
So, you know, a lot of this come from my dad, man. And then, you know, along the way, talked to Coach Moss a couple times about helping him coaching. I guess at the time he didn't think I was serious. So he was like, no. But I took the initiative, man, and credit to my older brother. He took a job over at Hudson.
Okay.
In like 2009 to be the football coach. And I went over, started helping him. And then Coach Moss realized how serious I was. And he was like, hey, man, I'm about to bring you up.
Okay.
And that was in 2010. And I'll never forget, man, the end of my season at Hudson, I lost in the game before the championship. And he called me. He was like, man, I'm ready. He was like, come on. So he got over there, man. I'll never forget. They were in the playoffs going to play Magador. Called me over there to practice. He leave. So I'm in control of 16, 17, 18-year-old guys with this being my first day. So, you know, I was just like, I hit the ground running. Wasn't no, hey, man, this is what you need to do. This how we going to do it. It was, hey, they with you. So do what you got to do.
Right.
Luckily, though, I had a guy by the name of David Palmer.
Okay.
That was there with me, man. And we kind of did some things together, and I've been there ever since.
Okay. Birmingham, that's Brian Hodge. Coach, so you had no choice but to go to Miles, man. You had been out there. How different was Miles as the top running around the campus versus the student? How different was the campus once you got there as a student?
Oh man, it was almost the same, except for back in the day, you know, a lot of the activities that those guys and ladies got to experience, I didn't get to experience them as a student because a lot of them had stopped. Like the M-Day and all that stuff was no longer in existence. But as a kid growing up, I was pretty much at all the M-Days. And it was kind of difficult because, like I said, man, growing up, my mom worked there for a while, my dad worked there for a while, and a lot of the teachers and people that were in hierarchy places were still there. So it was, if I didn't want to go to class, I had to be faced with, I'm gonna call your mama. So, you know, it was a struggle at first, and I didn't like it, but I got away from it. But then, you know, talking to Coach Moss, and one thing my dad wanted me to do before he passed, and my mom and Coach Moss, along with Mr. Hudson, they always used to say, man, you got a very bright future, man, but you got to get them ABCs behind your name. So finally, man, I credit my 5-year-old daughter to this too. When I had a kid, I took a different look on life. I took a different aspect.
It will make you do it.
Because I'm like, man, my daughter, number one, needs her father, but she needs an educated father. So I can educate her. So, you know, man, one day I sat at home and talked to my mom, and I was like, I'm gonna do it, Mom. I'm gonna finish.
Right.
So I started in the spring, along with coaching softball, being a dad, working a job. I went to school online. So I went from the spring to the summer to the fall, and I finished in the fall in December. So I couldn't walk to May though, because they don't do early graduations. But, you know, ever since I got those ABCs, man, I've seen a lot of change job-wise. And, you know, man, that's probably one of the best decisions I ever made was to go back and finish.
Okay.
I just hate I ain't do it while my dad was alive.
Oh wow.
I know he proud of me.
Yeah. That's good stuff, bro.
I'm gonna drop a bomb though.
That's good stuff.
That's a bomb worth it.
You went back and got your education degree.
Well, I got it in I got a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration.
Okay.
Which landed me a job to teach career prep, which I think is something that's very important to the kids nowadays.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Heck yeah. Okay. Good stuff.
I know I'm proud of.
Me too, man.
It took me years to convince him to do it, but I just told him, look at get a magnascope and look at mine. I wouldn't have none of the stuff I have. I ain't had them ABCs and 1, 2, 3 behind my name.
Man, it's amazing, man. I mean, like, it's almost like obsolete, man. You know, like if you're in this position and you coach in high school sports or around it and you invested the way you invested, you gotta get those extra ABCs behind your name.
That's right.
You got to. It's just like if you didn't, but Anyway, we say less because look at you now.
That's right. Congrats, bro. Congrats. Yeah. So, Coach, with coaching being in your blood, what all sports have you coached over at Parker?
Man,
everything.
Ooh, man, I coach everything but soccer and track.
Okay.
And bowling and golf. Now that we have golf and swimming, but everything else I've coached. I came over there as a baseball coach. Did that for some years. Then I tagged on girls basketball. Did that for some years. Kind of helped Coach McGarry with some administrative stuff and, technology stuff with him. So I got a chance to work with him too.
Okay.
That was my dog, God rest his soul.
Yes, sir.
Then I landed with Coach Andre Robinson, man, with football. And so I wear, like Coach Moss said, man, I wear a lot of hats over there.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff, man. And don't get me wrong, it tired me out, but like Coach Moss said, man, it's for the kids.
Yeah.
Because if I was in it for the money, man, we don't really make no money.
Right,
but it's for the kids. Anything I could do to get those kids to where they're trying to go, I'm with it.
Yeah, listen, they roll for them. I got you.
Yeah,
man. In the cold winter night where y'all won the state. Talk to me about that, man.
Man, I got a little story behind that, man. So
I want to hear. Here it go.
Working with Coach Andre Robinson, he instilled a lot of things that still carried on to this day through Coach Warren and myself, some of it with Coach Moss. But I told Coach Warren a long time ago, man, when we had a discussion about the job, and I told him, I said, Frank, I said, all you got to do, man, is just stay solid, stay grounded, and everything gonna fall in place. Now, that was 5 years ago. Did I know 5 years from then that we will be where we are now? No. But I kind of seen the vision, a lot of long nights, a lot of tough L's, a lot of good wins, a lot of bad losses. But at the end of the day, we did what we set out to do. And that was to bring the first state championship to Parker High School.
Wow.
And on that cold night, man, it didn't hit me at that moment. It didn't hit me a week later, but it did hit me one day. I was sitting at home and just kind of idle, and I was like, dang, man, I didn't added something to my resume that can't nobody take from me.
Yeah.
It hit me that night. I fell down. And you can see nothing but tears of joy and praying on bent knees. And my mama sent me the picture. Well, not my mama, my homegirl sent me the picture of me. I said, how you saw that? All them people that you looking at me fall on my knees.
Yeah, man. But credit the good Lord and the leadership and, the guys for doing what we set out to do.
Right.
It was a great moment, man. A great feeling.
Okay.
That was awesome.
Coach, talk to us about these Lady Bisons, man. What you played baseball, obviously, but how different is it, playing baseball, coaching baseball, and coaching softball?
It's pretty much the same to a certain extent. The fundamentals are still the same when it comes to hitting, throwing, catching, running, all of that stuff. The only difference is the softball field is only, most of them are 200 yards.
Right.
200 feet. So from 5 pole to 5 pole. So,
Right.
The bases are 60 feet. The pitcher's mound is like 45. So, but concept wise, fundamentals are fundamentals. They both translate to each other.
Okay.
With baseball, the pitcher's overhand, softball is underhand. But it's some girls out here with softball that's throwing 70 miles per hour.
Really?
That's real fast.
Especially with the distance runner. Yeah.
They got curve balls, they got screw balls, they got rise balls, they got drop balls. So it's pretty much the same, man.
Okay. Now, how many pitchers would you say you had? Because I follow Alabama softball, and when they going into the playoff, I'm like, okay, they got the same girl throwing this thing. Because I know with us, man, we were like, shoot, we couldn't throw with so many pitchers and then you shut it down. So many innings, whatever the count, whichever one they wanted to go with. So, how many pitchers you actually have on the team?
Actually, man, I got 2.
Okay,
I have 2, and I alternate them. When we playing people that I feel like we need to throw some gas, I put her up there. I put my ace up there. And then when I feel like we got people that I just want my backup pitcher to get some work, but also be competitive,
right?
I pitch her. So, I got 2, and unfortunately, we don't have a pitch count in softball.
Okay.
So, I kind of rotate them in and out.
Well, do you see that it wears on the arm? Or because, like I said, I'm seeing this young lady may pitch a whole series. Yeah. So
it's fatigue. Don't get me wrong. Being a pitcher is fatigue because the ball can't move without you.
Right.
So you got to pitch every pitch. So don't get me wrong. Yeah, it wears them down. But I try to make sure that they both, when they pitch, that they immediately get ice after the game.
Okay. Now, Coach brought up where y'all got the 545. What are you doing? Like, what your girls doing during the fall while you coaching football? And then how is that impacting your schedule? What you running from practice to practice or workout to workout or what?
So, man, thankfully, I have a coaching staff that takes on that role for me while I'm doing football. Just to bring up my coaches, I have Whitney Fletcher, I have Shanika Wiley, I have Alexis Montgomery, I have a GA that's still in college right now, but when she comes home, she helps. Her name is Keela Ray. I have Christian Manning, which is a young lady that played at Parker, and I have Kanisha Hudson, who also played at Parker, and then I have Miss Kendall Burrell.
Yeah, well, you gotta hold up squad, don't you?
Boy, they playing.
Coach, what? I know we getting some parallel now, but I already know. But go ahead, man. My bad. Go ahead.
But,
get on him, Jay.
Get
him, Jay.
Those ladies that I have with me, man, they do a great job at running and stuff in the fall, going over fundamentals and conditioning and things of that nature. And then this year probably was the first year that we didn't do it, but I had a couple of girls that I got with Coach Moss, and he was like, man, do what you got to do out there. I got them. Send them to me. So they actually got a chance to work out with the boys and, continue it on. But, those ladies, they do an awesome job, man, on and off the field with discipline, just making sure the girls got what they need along with myself. So I couldn't do it without them.
How is
a solid staff?
Yeah.
You got
a solid staff.
I know. I understand that you coach boys and girls. What's the difference coaching the girls and the boys? You just gotta say.
Yeah.
So, man, with the girls, you gotta have some patience because when it comes to certain things, they kind of pick up a little quicker than the boys, but athletically, some of them are not as good as the boys at that moment. So you got to have a lot of patience. That's why I have all those women around me. So when it's things that I don't think I can get them to understand, I translate it to the other female coaches and they break it down to them in their terms. But don't get me wrong now. You're dealing with however many females that you have, you're dealing with different personalities. So like, for instance, with my team, I have 14 young ladies. So those are 14 different personalities that I deal with on a daily basis. So, women know that when you're around women for so long, certain things sync together.
Right.
So, it makes you learn patience. It teaches you to be humble. And don't get me wrong, I still demand the best out of them.
Right.
I am a little tough on them. I don't sugarcoat anything with them when it comes to the real world because I don't want them to get out here and think this is right when it's actually wrong. So I still show them tough love. I am tough on them. they say I'm kind of mean, but they know at the end of the day I love them and I'm gonna go to bat for them.
They say you mean, coach.
Yeah, man. They say I'm mean, but but they'll be all right. They'll understand where I'm coming from as they
They're in my office every day.
Complaining
every day.
Tobacco. Now, is the girls, as far as work ethics versus the boys' work ethic, is there a difference there?
Yeah and no. You know, with the girls, you kind of have to push them out there. As with the boys, some of them, they understand they trying to get to another level. So they gonna go do it and take the initiative on their own.
Right.
But some of the girls, you know, if it's something that they really want to do, they'll get out there and do it. But for the most part, like I have to really push them out there to get the extra work. Some of them, but some of them they'll come and say, "Well, coach, can I stay out there? Coach, can we do this, do that?" But for the most part, I have to kind of mention it. But you know.
Okay. Now this 24-25 team, man. Break it down for me. Is it speed, power, mixture? How would you describe this team?
Actually, man, I got a mixture. You know, because I got girls that can run, I got girls that can hit, I got girls with IQ, I got girls that without it. But you know, I got a mixture, man. So it's kind of this the first team I can say where I've actually really had to coach and really go over fundamentals. Opposed to my previous teams, I've had some teams, man, that I just said, "Hey, we're gonna play. I'm gonna let you play, and I correct you as we go."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But this year, you know, I've really had to really get into my bag, as they say, and break down certain things and really get them to understand why we doing it this way, why I want you to do it that way, and things of that nature.
Now, are they fairly young, or how you dealing with on the?
Actually, man, I only got 2 seniors.
Okay.
2 seniors.
Okay. So the future is bright.
Yeah.
There it is. Now let me ask you this. Like I said, you got coaching in your blood. And Coach Moss, you jump in here if you want to say something. I'm just, you know.
I got you.
Okay. Do you find yourself seeing some stuff that you've heard from your big brother, your dad, or do you find you catch yourself, dang, I just said something my dad said?
All the time, man. All the time. So actually, one of my assistants, man, actually played for my dad. And it was so funny, man. I was coaching the game one day, and she said, "Man, you look and sound just like your dad." So, you know, it's all the time. I even sit back and look at photos that's taken of me while I'm coaching the game, and I kind of run back through my dad photos, man, and I walk like him during the game, stand like him during the game, talk like him during the game. So I guess it's just a natural thing.
Yeah.
Hey, when I saw him on one of the pictures, I said, "Look at Anthony Carter. Look at Coach Carter." Yeah.
Look just like him.
Oh, man, you standing just like your daddy, man.
If you go on my page, I think I posted some of that.
Yeah, would have thought Liskin O'Brien would start looking like his dad.
Yeah, exactly. He looking just like Coach Carter.
I done lost some of that belly.
Like you crazy. Coach, you know, you coaching softball. And we know you coach football, but it's easy to watch football. But do you find yourself watching some college softball?
All the time, man. I
Really?
love it. I actually was watching Alabama and LSU before I left home.
Really?
Yeah, I watch it all the time, man. I try to get out to UAB sometime and catch a couple of those games, and I go watch Miles. And I actually went down to Tuskegee this year, man, and watched them play Lane. So I watch it all the time.
Do you have some former players at some of the schools around here?
I do. My assistant, Keela Ray, she just finished up her career over at Lane University, Lane College in Jackson, Tennessee.
Yeah.
She'll be graduating on the 26th of this month. Actually.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good stuff. Congratulations, young lady. Congratulations. Man, tell us about, we talked about your dad a little bit, but tell us about your family, man.
Man, I have a mom that, that's still here. Thank the Lord. I have a 5-year-old daughter, which she has a 11-year-old sister that I've taken under my wing as well, been in her life since she was 3 years old. Those are my 2 girls.
So you said you have a 5-year-old and she has a older
sister.
Okay.
All right.
Go
ahead, bro.
3 brothers.
Okay.
I have an aunt that's heavily involved with myself. I have cousins that are like sisters to me on my dad's side. I have a pretty big family, man, on both sides.
Okay.
So, you know,
Before you go any further, somebody got a couple of words they want to say to you, brother.
Brian, congratulations. You did it. We said eventually one day you will make it to the billboards. You hadn't quite gotten it there, but you made it on the Jumbotron, which was awesome. Mom and I would like to say congratulations. You deserve every bit of it. We have sat on the sidelines, whether it was watching you play or watching you coach, and how you walk the field with determination of being the best coach that any child could have. You have basically encouraged a lot of young kids out here today to not give up and to stick in whatever it was that they was destined to be. So with that being said, Mom and I, we're rooting for you. Congratulations, little brother. And may you continue on your journey as these young kids prove the fact that you are the greatest. Congratulations.
Kind of got me in tears over here.
Mike said that was gonna happen.
Yeah. That's my big sister, man. That's the only sister I got biologically. But
yeah,
you know, man, she's on me the hardest out of anybody in my family, man. There's always
sisters.
You know, little brother, you need to do this. Little brother, you need to do that. Little brother, do this, do that. You know, when I'm wrong, she don't have a problem with telling me I'm wrong. When I'm right, she in my corner. But you know, she's my second mom. You know, so
absolutely
appreciate that, mom and sister.
Yeah.
Coach, I got one question I want to ask you because I've been wanting to ask you this since we made that move to put you over there. How hard is it coaching across the sidewalk from me? How difficult is it for you? You know, you've been on that sideline with me in the dugout for multiple years, about 10 years?
Yeah.
10 years before we made that transition.
Yeah.
How difficult is it to catch yourself glancing over there to see what's going on across the sidewalk? Or is it difficult? It might not be difficult. It might be just, hey, good riddance. I'm glad I ain't over there no more.
I wouldn't call it difficult. But you know, I do find myself, peeking over there at the scoreboard to see what y'all are doing. And you know what I'm saying? It's just like the other day you was out there. I actually came in the dugout. It was kind of hard standing behind that fence, but it's not that difficult, man, because, me and you think alike when it comes to baseball and softball. We pretty much got the same mind. Some things you do, I don't do. Some things I do, you don't do. But, when it comes to just the overall game, we pretty much think alike, so it's not difficult at all. Because, like anytime I get free time and, I can come help you, I still come over there and you do the same with me. So, I mean, we may not be on the same bench, but we got the same goal, trying to get these kids to where they need to be.
That's right. That's right. I know one thing I'm enjoying. I'm enjoying to see that swag. I love looking across that sidewalk to see them girls looking good. And that was one of my pet peeves. I just wanted somebody to love on the girls and make sure they look good. And you've been doing a yeoman's job at that, man. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Coach, man, we appreciate you, man. That's good stuff. I'm just enjoying looking at you, you two interact and talking about moving the game forward, helping these kids what's most important. So, Mike and I talk about this all the time, but I'm just really, I have a lot of admiration for what you guys do. It's huge. It's huge.
Yes, he's big with those girls. And I think he's more hard on his goddaughter than anybody because she's been probably playing with him other than the seniors. She's probably been playing with him the longest.
Yeah.
She's been playing with him since the 7th grade. When he got the job, that's when she started playing.
Okay.
So-
Okay. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. You know.
Before we go, man, I wanna just give a couple people a shout out, man. I wanna shout out my family, my daughters. You know, Daddy love y'all. Miss Leonard, which is our athletic trainer, man. She does a lot for me. Coach Warren, the guys, the football staff, you know, previous coaches I've coached with, just to name a few. Coach Robinson, of course, Coach Moss, Coach Bird, which is used to be Coach Herman, but she's got married over the years, so it's Coach Bird. Coach Randall, you know, shout out to Coach Ford and Coach Bob and all the other guys I kind of watch along the way. And I just want to say, man, that softball in Birmingham City, from when I first started, is growing. You know, I can honestly say that each school now is competitive. As it used to be a time, it was only a couple schools that were competing. But now I can honestly say across the board, man, shout out to those coaches as well. It's come a long way, and it has a very, very, very bright future.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I just hope that it continues to grow, because as we were talking when I first got here, baseball and softball is not being pushed like any other sport in Birmingham.
Right.
You know, you step outside of Birmingham, you know, you got all kind of little softball leagues and things of that nature, but just far as inner city, it's not being pushed like it was when I was growing up. You know, PAT just now coming back. They first year back is this year. They actually just
Thank you, God, for that.
Yeah.
So hopefully, you know, we can kind of get together with them and see if we could do something for the young ladies.
What's PAT?
The police athletic team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would call it PAL, but go ahead. Yeah. That's what you call it PAL? Okay.
PAT.
PAT.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you know, man, I hope we can get together with them and do something for the young ladies and continue to get it to grow, man, so we can compete with those schools over the mountain. Because if you break it down, that's the only thing they got above us. A lot of those kids play on those elite travel ball teams and things of that nature, man. And our kids don't get exposed to that.
Right. It's a lot of reps. A lot of reps. That is a difference in the reps.
Yeah.
Man, you did good, brother. I appreciate you, boy.
Appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir.
You represent to you, man. You represent to you.
Yes,
I'll
sir.
be glad to come back to work to see you on post in the morning at 7:45.
On time.
Well, you know, I'll be there, man.
Brian, great job, man. Hey, man, thank you, Brian.
Shout out to Mr. Hudson and the administrative staff over there.
Yeah.
That's right. Birmingham, that's Coach Brian.
Give another. Give it, yeah.
Good job, brother.
Mike, hit you. Because we need to take some pictures. We forgot about that.
No, man. man. Hey, bring Moss back in the studio on your computer. Bring him back.
Okay. Am I in there?
Yeah.
Right.
You should. Yeah, you should be able to find him in another minute.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me take you off the camera though. You don't need to be on camera. Yeah. Let's go to commercial.
They said good job, Brian.
Let's go to commercial.
Tony calls.
See, I'm back.
Let's go. Thug it out.
See, I'm back on my bullshit.
This your boy Jameis Winston out here with these unbelievable melanin brothers that I got over here. What's going on in y'all household right now?
Bill the T, we got 3 kids, living the life, man.
Saw everything.
Okay.
Taste of love.
Yes.
Whoa.
My brothers, what I'm looking for a real tea ambassador, and I'm really looking for a sidekick. Okay, so if I'm walking down the street and you see an old lady with a bike crossing the street, what would we do?
We're gonna go give her a tea.
What if she hits the curb and she falls down? What would we do then?
Give her a tea.
As you know, that tea is very hydrating. My sidekicks, they know this is our green tea citrus flavor.
It is definitely a lot more hydrated.
I mean, you made me think. Will you take a picture?
Of course, I'll take a picture with you.
Oh, wait, hold on. Should I put the...
We are in Tampa, Florida, and you got a hoodie on.
I'm the general manager of this restaurant over here.
I just was talking to those guests over there. Look, they still drinking the tea. You know what I'm saying? Tell me the funniest moment that you had in your restaurant right now. Are they standing on tables?
They're standing on tables. Don't tell my boss that, but they're standing on tables back there, James.
The tea time? Y'all turning up? I hope you enjoyed this real tea time with Jameis Winston. We're signing off here. We had some real conversations. We had some real bad karaoke. And we also had some real tea time. I'm signing off by eating a W.
Tony Goals.
See, I'm back.
Let's go. Thug it out.
See, I'm back on my bullshit.
This your boy Jameis Winston out here with these unbelievable melanin brothers that I got over here. What's going on in y'all household right now?
Bill the T. We got 3 kids, living the life, man.
Saw everything.
Okay.
Taste of love.
Yes.
Whoa.
My brothers, what I'm looking for a real tea ambassador, and I'm really looking for a sidekick. Okay, so if I'm walking down the street and you see an old lady with a bike crossing the street, what would we do?
We're gonna go give her a tea.
What if she hits the curb and she falls down? What would we do then?
Give her a tea.
As you know, that tea is very hydrating. My sidekicks, they know this is our green tea citrus flavor.
It is definitely a lot more hydrated.
I mean, you made me think. Will you take a picture?
Of course, I'll take a picture with you.
Oh, wait, hold on. Should I put the...
We are in Tampa, Florida, and you got a hoodie on.
I'm the general manager of this restaurant over here.
I just was talking to those guests over there. Look, they still drinking the tea. You know what I'm saying? Tell me the funniest moment that you had in your restaurant right now. Are they standing on tables?
They're standing on tables. Don't tell my boss that, but they're standing on tables back there, James.
The tea time? Y'all turning up? I hope you enjoyed this real tea time with Jameis Winston. We're signing off here. We had some real conversations. We had some real bad karaoke. And we also had some real tea time. I'm signing off by eating a W.
We back. We go, hey, we got a young man in the studio. There's an event, since we talking about baseball, the Diamond Edition. There's an event this Tuesday at Regents Park. Am I correct?
Regents Field.
Okay. Y'all see Mr. Erwin Prentice Hill on the screen, Parker grad.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Point that out.
And he's bringing a game to Birmingham. I'm going to let him tell us about this game and what's going on surrounding the game.
Thank you, Brother Culpepper. So thank you for the opportunity to talk about the Magic City Diamond Classic. This is the 10th anniversary of the event. We started back in 2015 at Rickwood Field. The event was designed to be a spinoff of the legendary football classic, the Magic City Football Classic. We wanted to bring both Alabama State and Alabama A&M to Birmingham, the Magic City, and host a 3-game series of Black college baseball. So we did a version in 2015, 2016, and 2017, took a hiatus. And because this was the 10th anniversary of us doing the first Magic City Diamond Classic, my first baseball classic, we wanted to definitely get it in this year. The dates didn't align for us to get State and A&M in a matchup. They actually just finished up a 3-game series down in Montgomery this weekend, but we did get April 8th as a date, and we're able to match up Miles versus Alabama A&M.
Okay.
So on Tuesday, April 8th at Regents Field, we have Miles Golden Bears versus the A&M Bulldogs.
Okay.
And so it's going to be a great matchup. Game starts at 6 p.m. We're expecting all fans of baseball and HBCU sports to come out and support the event. We got about 53 schools that are participating. We gave those schools 30 tickets each for students and parents to come out. Very nostalgic. I remember my first baseball game at Rickwood Field my dad took me to. And so when we talk about that village, activities and events like that mean something.
Right.
Especially what we're dealing with in Birmingham and the commitment from stakeholders to reduce crime. Events like this are very important. Getting parents and students out to an event like this definitely helps us build community.
Okay.
And so we got about 3,000 tickets that have been donated to youth baseball, softball, student athletes, to students and parents to come to the game. So ticket sales are a little slow, but Birmingham is a walk-up market. And so we anticipate some of those fans to walk up on Tuesday evening. We encourage everybody to go out and buy a ticket, support this event. A couple of the organizations that we are definitely partnered with, Jefferson County, the Sheriff's Office, as a supporter of the event. Also that they have their youth baseball program, LEAP, as well as Birmingham Police Department has their PAT program. I was very excited. Matter of fact, I went over to Cooper Green Field on Saturday, the complex that they have out there, and to see the youth baseball being revitalized in the city of Birmingham is a great sign of what is to come. And so at this event, we're going forward, make it a partner of PAT and LEAP. We're based out of Chicago. We do HBCU sporting events across the country. The goal is to partner with LEAP and PAT and leverage some of the resources that we have in doing these events across the country, whether it's relationships with HBCU baseball programs. There's an organization called the Players Alliance, which is comprised of current Major League Baseball players and former Major League Baseball players, and they have a big pot of money to support initiatives just like this. And so it was very exciting to see not only the law enforcement out there doing this work. A lot of times our law enforcement get a bad rap because there are a few bad apples, but a lot of this type of work isn't seen. They realize in my conversations with Chicago Police Department, they tell us, hey, we need to catch these kids at a very early age because the gangs and the vices in the streets are definitely recruiting them. And so we see this as an opportunity to really give back to the city of Birmingham. And we want to partner with the city and the county in a very big way going forward by using the Magic City Diamond Classic going forward as a fundraiser for these programs so we can get more kids. The more kids we catch and get into these programs, baseball programs like one that Coach Moss is coaching at Parker High School and at Rams and other city schools, will grow and thrive. And that's how we'll see more players get drafted. When I was in high school, one of my favorite teachers, my math teacher, Miss Rice, her son got drafted right out of Parker High School to play for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And so it can happen. I saw it happen as a player when I was playing at Parker High School. You know, Parker High School is known for producing greatness. And so we like to see that they are starting early, producing greatness with our PAT and LEAP baseball programs here in the city of Birmingham and Jefferson County.
Okay, Prentice. So the event is on Tuesday. And what time?
6 o'clock sharp at Regents Field.
Okay. Brother, we appreciate you coming in, man. And Birmingham, you guys.
Yes.
Yeah, let's get out and support him.
Yes, sir. Y'all get out there and
see
some good college baseball. And go support these kids, man. You got hometown school miles here, and then one of the state favorites, the A&M Bulldogs.
If I was there, you know who I'd be going for. I'd be rooting for those Bears.
Yeah, them golden.
That's right.
Those golden.
Ain't nothing say less.
Ain't nothing like a golden tiger.
Ain't nothing. Oh man,
they weren't invited.
No, golden tigers got to sit on the side.
To see the diamond.
It's two golden tigers here. You got to sit on the side.
I'm a big blue tiger.
Yeah, he Tennessee State.
Oh,
he Tennessee State.
That's my brother that went to Tuskegee.
Oh, okay.
Don't put that on me.
Oh, yeah. You went to Tennessee State?
Tennessee State, big blue. Baby.
No wonder you better than Jay.
That's right.
You're so much better than Jay.
There it is.
See, blue and blue.
Well, good stuff, man. Hey, we wish you all the success on that. Anything we can do, just let us know. And hey, we'll be out there to check you guys out on Tuesday.
Definitely. We'll get that ticket link dropped in one of you guys' social media.
Okay.
I know I've been sharing it on our page, and if you come back next year, give me those dates early so I can block it off, so I can make sure my guys are there. And I'm
right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think great idea, man. Y'all give it up for Prentice, man.
Doing some good things in Birmingham City.
That's right, man.
Yes, sir.
Bringing some events. Everybody's saying ain't nothing to do in Birmingham, but there's something always going on.
Cool. See, I be want to know who be saying this stuff. See, that's what I be
I
want
want to know who they are.
Yeah.
But they sure saying it.
So being said. All right, bro. I can tell. Okay.
All right, my guy, we're gonna talk. Yeah,
I'm gonna text you a link.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Coach Moss, man, we finna bring in. I don't even know what I want to call it, Joker. But we finna bring in a young hired gun, man. That was
young
gun.
Young gun.
Oh, young gun.
Yeah.
Birmingham City full of them now, and I love it.
Yeah, doc.
It's good to live long enough to see these young
I
fellas come.
love it.
I mean, he's now seeing stuff where he's coached against.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about as they were players, he's coaching against them now as coaches.
But see, what's strange about this is when I first started coaching, I was his dad's assistant.
Yeah, exactly.
First year.
I just learned all this.
I know him.
Wow.
Since he was at my practice.
Okay.
At our practice.
Right.
With a little bat helmet and the ball running around the field with our guys. And the next year, when I became the head coach, his daddy became my assistant.
Wow.
So I've been in this young man's life a long time.
Wow.
Man, that's awesome, man. See, y'all gonna make me cry like Brian.
It's full circle to see him, to coach against him in high school, and the coach, his dad was coaching him at Ramsey too, and the dad still coaching with him.
Right.
It's full circle for me.
See, that's the reason why we bring y'all on. Just talk about that kind of stuff.
It's full circle for me. It's a real rival.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's a big brother, little brother rival.
Yeah.
I got
you want to beat your big brother, little brother want to beat the big brother. So,
Okay. Birmingham, the young man he's talking about is Coach Fred Stewart, the fourth from the Ramsey High baseball team. Coach, you can come on in.
Quad is what they call it.
That's what they call it?
Quad. Quad. You say quad?
Yeah.
Quad to the DJ.
Yes, sir. That's what I was
we get a bad rep. Folks say I can't stand him.
No,
when we playing against each other, I can't.
Right.
But outside of that, we cool. We played together in the summertime. We played on the same at Buck Village.
Okay.
He played catcher when I was playing with Buck Village.
Really?
But he still played with Buck Village. See, that's the difference in the age.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still playing.
Dang.
So it's intense when we playing.
Yeah,
I don't care for nothing in blue when we playing. I wear in purple. They wear blue.
That's it.
They on the hill, we in the valley.
There you go.
We're harder to see it anyway.
Okay. Birmingham. Y'all see him on the screen, man. We want to welcome in Coach Fred Stewart. Thank you, brother, for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, I've been asking all these jokers about this basketball the weekend. I'm just, I'm trying to see if somebody gonna talk about this dadgum Duke, collapse. But did you check out the basketball this weekend?
I watched a little bit of it. I stepped away and I got some food because I thought the game was over.
Yeah,
I didn't think Houston was gonna do it. I'm glad they did.
Yeah,
it was a black coach.
Right.
He putting on. But I didn't think Houston was gonna come back like that.
Wow. Yeah.
And I seen some on Instagram. They came back like in 30-some seconds.
37 seconds.
37. Yeah, it was 37 seconds.
37.1 seconds.
Wow.
With 2 threes and 5.
That's what I said. I'm watching that tonight. I'm watching the last 5-6 minutes of the game.
No, that's all I watched with them 37 seconds because that was on the highlight.
Right, okay.
That ball was crazy.
Birmingham. Let's welcome the young man, the Ramsey baseball star. Yeah. Alabama State D1 all-star catcher. Son of the blue. He's back home. He bleeds blue.
Son of a butcher.
The head coach of the Ramsey with the A. With the A.
Yes, sir.
I spelled it right, dude.
Did you? Okay.
Yes, I did.
Head coach of the baseball program now. Let's welcome Fred Stewart IV. Thanks for coming in, Coach.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Coach, we got this joke in here, man. tell me about some of these matchups, man. Tell me some of these games, these series y'all done played against the Thunder and Herd.
So it goes all the way back to my high school days. It's always amped up. It's good energy. The fans gonna come. It's gonna be a good environment.
Okay.
Like as a player and as a coach, that's the environment you want to be in.
Okay.
It's always first pitch to the last pitch. You just never know how the game gonna go.
Right.
It's a blessing to be a player and coach.
Okay.
So it's one of them type games that like I said, you don't want to miss.
Okay.
Because it's hyped up. It really is.
So it is you know, we have our guys come in, and I always ask them, like, you know, how is it coaching against Coach Ford, Maurice Ford? How is it coaching against him though? Is he you know, he got his boys with some chants, you know? I mean, what's going on, man?
You're gonna hear it's a yak. You're gonna hear some good stuff out of that dugout.
What'd you say? It's a what?
It's a yak. He gonna start it, then the player's gonna leave behind him. So you're gonna hear that. You're gonna hear a lot of different chants out of that dugout, but it's fun.
I hear you, dog. So what's the pregame? What you telling your guys, man? Like, look, man, don't let me lose to this joker. What you saying, man? What you telling them?
Let's go and handle business. I respect Coach Moss. I respect what he's doing over there. It's a good program. He normally has some good guys. I was blessed to play a young team this year. I know they was very young. But just tell my guys to go out there and compete at a high level.
Okay. Birmingham, that's Coach Fred Stewart. Coach, man, we call it connecting the dots. We, you know, and you're a son of the school, but I want to take you back because you guys are in a sport where, and Brian mentioned it earlier, where we're talking about travel ball and rec ball and park ball and stuff like that. And a lot of folks don't know, you know, a friend of mine, he was talking about a guy that this particular guy's son. He said, well, he had called me. He said, yeah, man, he made the All-Star team for the Park League. I said, how old is he? You know, he's 10, he's 11. I said, yeah, he needs to be playing travel ball if he's serious, you know, about it. You know, mine played at 8. You know, he was playing with the Dirt Dogs. You know, we were driving 40 miles to Trussville 3 times a week before the season would start. What is the difference? You know, because you I'm sure you played a little travel ball.
So I was exposed to travel ball at a young age.
Okay.
I got exposed to travel ball at 9 years old.
Okay.
So I was exposed to it at a young age. And my biggest thing with travel ball is basically the next level. You're playing against top level teams. You're playing teams out of town. You're playing teams that's local, that got premier players. So my biggest thing with African Americans, the younger you go in, the better you become later down the road.
Okay. Okay.
That's why I'm super blessed that my dad put me in at a young age so I can know real baseball.
Right.
Sometimes we kind of follow to park ball because it's closer to our home. It's in the community. But I really strive travel ball. I love travel ball. It changed my life.
Okay.
It changed my life as a player. And I'm coaching travel ball now.
Right.
So
Right.
it changed
Okay.
my life as a coach too. He helped me take some small things to my high school team.
Right.
So I'm with TPL. So that helps me out too as well. So I love travel ball.
What age would you say you started playing baseball?
4 years old.
Wow. Was this T-ball or was this?
Yeah, I started young. T-ball real early, and I loved it.
Really?
There's nothing about the game I don't love. It's so fun. I love it.
I'll give you a quick story. Man, my baby, my son, he playing. And you know, I'm out my periphery. I'm in the dugout. Out my periphery, I see somebody. He's in the outfield, running in off the field. They about 5, I guess. And it's we coming out of the spring. It's still kind of cold, but this particular day it's hot. You know, it's about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock game, and you know, I'm assistant coach with this white guy, and this joker comes off the field, man, and I said, what you know, it's my son. You know, like, what you doing? Daddy, I hot, I sweating. He said, I hot, I sweating. It's time. Hey, whatever going on, I don't need to be doing this.
Get me out of here.
Good stuff, man. Look, so age 4. And now, what area did you grow up in? Did you play neighborhood ball?
So I grew up in Pleasant Grove.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
Sir. So when I was young, I was in Pleasant Grove. Then middle school, I went to Bumpus Went to
Bumps.
Hoover.
Okay. Yeah.
In ninth grade year, I went to Hoover High School.
Okay.
And things didn't work out there.
Let's stop there. Stop right there.
Mhm.
All right. Tell me about things that didn't work out right there.
Just the best fit. It wasn't the best fit for me and my family at the time.
Were you the only black on the team?
No, it was 3 others.
Really?
Yes,
Okay.
sir. 3 others. Just didn't feel like it was the best fit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we made a decision to go to Ramsey.
Okay. Okay.
I was really scared though. I really didn't know if I really wanted to leave Hoover because I had some good friends at Hoover.
Right.
And at their age, in 9th grade, you really don't know what you want, honestly.
Right.
But I'm glad my dad seen the best for me and took me to Ramsey.
Okay.
I didn't know nothing about Ramsey. I didn't know nothing. So I was a little scared making that move. But when I made that move, it was the best decision in my life.
Okay.
Because Ramsey helped me so much in life.
Really?
With school, just meeting new people. It was just a good environment for me.
Okay. So the coach, you went there as a 10th grader, or you left?
No, I left in the spring. So I wasn't eligible for my 9th grade year because I made the move to Ramsey.
And within your 9th grade year.
Correct. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I left like late February.
Okay.
And I went to Ramsey and I sat out my
'Cause y'all knew early. Like,
yeah,
we ain't finna waste no time.
Yeah, I just wanted to get on the field as soon as possible.
Right.
So missing that 9th grade year really didn't push me back too far.
So then that next year, your sophomore year,
That's when I started playing Ramsey. Correct.
Okay.
Mhm.
Now, what all positions did you play?
I played everywhere. I was taught at a young age, play anywhere your coach needs you.
Okay.
So I got that mentality like when I first started. So I play outfield, infield, catching, pitching.
Right.
I did everything.
Right.
Because you just never know what the team needs.
Right.
And I was the type of guy, whatever coach needs, you go.
Right. Utility guy.
Yeah, just do everything.
Yeah.
So I was taught at a young age, and I just fell in love with catching because I control the game.
Right.
Catching, the ball's in my hand. I'm calling. I'm directing traffic.
Okay.
So it's like a quarterback.
Okay.
And I fell in love with that.
I hear you.
How the strength is?
Good.
Yeah. You're like, good boy. What you think of a catcher?
Coach, did you play any other sports growing up?
Yeah, I played football and basketball.
Okay.
So I played basketball too at Hoover. Coach Burkett.
Yeah.
I had a lot of concussions though in football, so it kind of pushed me away from football.
What did you play in football?
I played cornerback.
Corner.
Yeah, I played corner. A little
Okay.
bit. Played a little running back, quarterback. I played everywhere too. So I was taught to do everything.
Yeah.
So I just had a lot of concussions, and I really shied away from football.
Yeah.
And I fell in love with baseball. That was my main sport.
Okay. Okay. Now, when did you feel like as growing up? I mean, was that your favorite sport out of the 3 or
100%?
Really?
I loved everything.
Okay.
And it just taught me so much about life too. Because like the game of baseball is just so much like life.
Right.
You're gonna have your downtime, you're gonna have some times you're shining.
I heard somebody say that baseball is like life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're gonna strike out sometimes. You're gonna hit a single. Your dad actually said that.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I'm telling you, we'd be out there I think he was throwing soft tosses to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we would sit up and chop it up. But good stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is a good learning tool.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So you start contributing, or you were starting as a sophomore over at Rams.
Yes, sir. Coach Andrews, my head coach. LeBron
Really?
Andrews. Yeah.
I saw him on here earlier watching too.
Mhm.
Shout out to my guy.
Yeah.
Coach had dropped the ball.
Let's drop one right now.
Coach Andrews, my guy.
That's
bro.
for Andrews.
My guy.
So man, talk to us about Ramsey as a student. You know, you get over there, you're leaving Pleasant Grove, you're leaving Hoover, and you get over there to the school on the hill.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was life changing. Like I said, I'm so glad I made the move. I really didn't know what Ramsey was. Like I said, I didn't know nothing about Ramsey. But when I made that move, my game changed. I changed. You're around your people too.
Right.
When you're around your people, it's just a different type of love.
Mm.
It's a different type of love, different type of environment, different type of culture. And I loved it.
When you're around your people.
Yeah. When you're around your people, it's a different type of love.
You gotta be around good people.
Yeah.
I want to put a pin right there. We're gonna stop right there and have like a little quick discussion because we were talking about that. Man, what has happened with us black folks in the game of baseball from say like when you and I were playing and Mike was playing, his generation to like now where the representation, in the MLB, I don't know what the percentage is, but I know I've heard some discussions.
Less than 5%.
Less than 5%.
But I'm talking about how Hispanics.
Well,
But they're not African American.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
They're not.
They look like us, but they're not African Americans.
Yep.
So less than 5%.
Yes, dang. That's
What y'all think, man?
All you gotta do is look around. I said this in the fall when you had me on early this year. Look around, look in the communities, look at the parks. When we were growing up in the springtime, parks were full.
Right.
From sun up to sundown.
Mm-hmm.
Now you go around and look at the parks. The parks are not up to par. The equipment is not adequate. Nobody's there's a ghost town. And the parks that you do see kids playing, they only have 1 or 2 teams. We played every day.
Right.
We played fumble.
Right.
With the broom handle and the tennis ball.
Yeah.
So we taught ourselves how to play leading to the park. But now you don't see that in our community.
Yeah.
Do you think that would be like a two-way street though? It's like the responsibility lies on when you talk about the parks and how the upkeep of the park, maybe the city, then the other part would be the parents who allow their kids to stay in the house, play video games all day. And
Mike, I think it's a two-edged sword. Everybody's at fault.
Yeah.
The city is at fault and the parents are at fault.
Yeah.
Because our parents didn't allow us to stay in the house.
Right. Right.
We ain't have bottled water. We had hose pipes.
Yeah.
So we was outside doing something. When the new street lights coming on, we knew that was our ticket and our way to get home.
Right. You hear that light? It's time to go.
It's time to go. But
Yeah.
now, the parents are not pushing. And the parents are us.
Right.
Yeah.
The parents are me and you.
Yeah, no
and Jay.
doubt. No doubt.
Not quad, but us.
No, us.
The parents are us.
Yeah.
We did the opposite of what our parents did
Yeah,
for us.
yeah.
Wow.
And I think we got into a mode. I think I told Jada this a couple of times when I talk to my friends. I know I tell them that we so busy,
Trying to outdo our parents.
Yes, we
so
made the
busy trying
kids
to-
soft,
We
man.
trying to outdo our parents. We trying to do for our kids what our parents didn't do for us.
because we can.
We
Because
want to
we
do something
able.
different.
Yeah, because we're
able.
able.
Yeah, but
It
you
wasn't that our
forgetting
parents
the
didn't
key.
want to do it; they weren't able to do
It's
it.
like changing a recipe. My mama cooked this cake this way, and then now my wife want to check. Well, I think I can
Your
put
wife,
Splenda.
your wife,
Yeah.
you
I'm just saying, like, okay,
I got
now
it.
she want to use Splenda versus now the cake. This how the cake's supposed to taste. So
Yeah.
when we want to get this new generation of parents,
Yeah.
we want to change the ingredients.
Yeah.
When the cake been successful for all these years, it just tastes good. And no cake left. Now all of a sudden,
You want to put some Splenda in there, and the recipe calls for sugar.
yeah,
Again, I'm going back to us three in the 70s because we grew up in the 70s. That's the
Yeah.
era when we was born.
Mhm.
All right, that's when they took the man out the house and told the man they couldn't stay in the public housing.
Mm.
It started right then.
Right.
Just why that's when HBCU started
Mhm.
flopping.
Mhm.
That's when they started coming in, taking our best athletes to the PWIs
Right.
in the 60s, 70s, late 60s, early 70s. That's when it started, and we have not recovered.
Wow. Coach, what's your thoughts on that, man?
I'm dropping some more bombs today, though.
Boom.
Go ahead, Coach. What's your thoughts, Coach?
I totally agree. Like when I was young, man, I love being outside playing ball. Like I love doing something with baseball. Like I get a broomstick or something to keep me engaged.
Yeah.
And a lot of kids nowadays, they stay at home, play the game all day.
Them good baseball players on the video game. Boy, I bet that boy Babe Ruth on the video game.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only way you grow in this game is to play this game.
Yeah, you gotta play.
Yeah,
Woo! And I don't want to interrupt you, but baseball one of them sports. You ain't just gonna jump off the porch yourself and play
You
baseball.
can't just take a summer off.
Yeah.
I hate when kids say, I got to take a summer off. For what? How you gonna grow?
You take one day out, you lost.
Yeah, I mean, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with taking summers off. If
I'm
you
not
love
gonna
this
play
game-
this year.
Yeah,
No.
you love this game.
Yeah.
If you love this game, you take no days off, no summers off. You take no days off.
But that ball coming, it ain't
Yes.
slowing up when it
Yeah.
comes up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's hard to do it when you do it every day.
That's right.
Baseball is the hardest
That's
sport
what-
to play.
That's it. That
Yeah.
ball coming at you. You got to hit this thing. You got to identify the spin. Yeah, it's all kind of stuff,
Hold on
my
one
God.
second.
And that's why a lot of people don't do it because it's the
Take
hardest
myself
sport to play. It's the hardest sport to play. I wish I could find them pictures when he was running around the field as a little kid with the little helmet on and the bat. Man, I've been looking for them pictures for years because I said I was gonna give it to him,
Right.
and I cannot find them pictures nowhere.
Wow.
He was our bat boy.
It's probably in the gray uniform too. That
Yeah.
vest, that gray
Yeah.
vest.
Yeah.
I remember that gray vest.
Wow. Coach, so you go on to Bama State.
Mhm.
How early did you contribute down there?
So I got an injury my first year.
Okay.
So I tore my elbow. Like I cracked my elbow. I threw a ball to second, and my elbow just shattered.
Really?
It was a freak accident. And after that, man, it was really hard for me to recover because I was just so nervous, scared about re-injuring that elbow.
Yeah.
It was my first big time injury I ever had. So it was tough to like get back from that. But I rehabbed strong. I got back. And I played good.
Okay. So now, what was the dominant team in the SWAC during your time?
That's a good question. So it was Jackson State was really good.
Okay.
Actually, my first year, they went 22-0 in the SWAC.
Damn.
They had a perfect record, and they lost in the SWAC tournament to Southern. But normally, Jackson State, Southern, those are premier schools.
Okay.
In the SWAC.
Okay.
And of course, Alabama State. We're normally good.
Okay. Because you guys, I know that the school has been doing pretty well here lately. I think they may have like either white guy or
who the head coach?
Yeah.
Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican, yeah, something. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So because they, I know they jumped up and beat somebody, a SEC school here recently.
And that was last year.
Last
They
year.
beat Auburn last
Beat
year.
Auburn.
Okay. Well, somebody this year beat Missouri. Some school.
Yeah, they beat Missouri early. They did.
Yeah.
It was February.
Okay.
Yeah, they beat
Okay.
Missouri.
Yeah.
Alabama State.
They did.
Mhm.
I ain't heard that
Yeah,
one.
they beat them.
Yeah, I know.
That's good.
It was.
It wasn't close either.
There's
It
a
was
brother
not
up there, head coach in the SEC Missouri too.
From
He came
Southern,
from
from Southern.
Kendricks, ain't he?
From Southern.
Yeah.
He from Southern.
Yeah.
The baseball coach.
The
At
head
Missouri.
coach.
He won't be that long.
Well,
He-
good,
he-
good.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna lose. And he ain't the only one that's losing the SEC. I mean, SWAC
SWAC
school.
Yeah.
Auburn, LSU, Florida, all I'm losing.
Okay.
Baseball is changing the HBCU.
Okay.
It ain't just us on the team.
Southern beat LSU last year.
Yeah,
At LSU.
Really?
At LSU.
in a series.
Yeah.
It wasn't just one game; they beat them in a series.
Okay.
I mean, when the opportunity is there and the resources are there, we're
Right.
just as good.
Oh, that.
We're
And that's
just
what
as
I wanted
good.
to talk about when we actually got the reps in the position. I don't care what's the sport. Then y'all know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like if we got the time where we got a kid and he's playing all the way through, he got the same tournaments, the same travel experience as everybody else.
Exposure, everything. Yeah.
I love what Coach Vanderbilt coach did and Michigan coach has done. They have went and got baseball players. They didn't look at the color of their skin. They went and got baseball players. You look at both of those rosters and look at them, pull them up. It's about equal. It's about 50-50.
Really?
But on the field, it's about 75-25. Us.
What?
They got the best of the best kids around here. He going to get talent.
Okay.
And he tell me, I'm not looking at what color you are. I'm looking at baseball. The baseball white and red, but I'm looking for athletes that can
Right.
play baseball with high IQ.
Right.
And that's why Vanderbilt and Michigan is competing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he has it going up there at Vanderbilt. I got to check Michigan out. But like I said, man, given the same opportunity, same, experience, we right there. And I just wish we could get more of our young men involved in baseball.
Parents got to do their role too, though. Jay.
Yeah.
I mean, they taking them 7-on-7. They
Yeah.
taking them travel. They throw AAU.
Yeah.
The difference is baseball had travel ball. Our club teams. I mean, same thing with volleyball. The parents got to invest in their child too.
And them contracts guaranteed.
Yeah. That's the only money that's guaranteed in pros, in
Yeah.
professional sports.
Yeah.
Baseball money is guaranteed.
I got a partner on. I'm sure you guys know him, McLeon, Dexter McLeon.
Mhm.
His son
is the beast.
is killing it.
At Buford.
He's over there. He's at Hoover, and he wanted his son to play a little quarterback. I said, man, this is some of the challenges you're gonna deal with. Before I knew it, my guy was gone.
He left.
And his son is not the top athlete in his class. He's definitely in the top 2 or 3.
He the top athlete in the country. What are you
Yeah,
talking about?
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So
He got all the tools. He
yeah.
can flat out play.
Yeah. Do it all.
Mm-hmm.
through it
And
all.
a good kid,
Yeah.
humble. I mean, just great conversation when you talking to him.
Right.
You wouldn't even know who he was
Right.
until you get on the field.
And that shows you got the proper amount of work, reps, training. You can see what can actually become of,
Hold up, Jay. What did daddy play?
football,
Okay, what did daddy play?
baseball,
But what did daddy play? What he
What?
went to the league in?
in football,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What his son playing?
baseball.
Okay.
Yeah.
No said.
Yeah.
Drop the bomb. Drop the shoot that shoot that
Like I
switch,
said,
Mike.
that guaranteed contract.
But a lot of these cats that play professional football, sons are playing baseball.
Yeah.
Like Tracy Rocker.
Yeah.
His son, he played football professional and played
Right.
at Auburn.
Right.
His son won the premier pitchers at Vanderbilt. Now in the league now.
Wow.
I just said it loud in the public. That's all.
There it is. Coach, how was it, man, coming back home to your high school alma mater?
It was a blessing. A lot of people that come coach at Ramsey don't know the things we go through. Like, so we don't have a home field. We have a home field, but we don't have like a true field we can call ours. Like Coach Moss is blessed with a field.
Right.
Like we don't have that.
So where do y'all play?
We practice at Avondale, but we play at Rickwood.
Okay.
So some days Avondale have a park league there. So some days we can't even practice there. So it's tough when you don't know the culture of Ramsey.
Okay.
So it's not to make an excuse, but it's a challenge.
Right.
It's a challenge.
Right.
I knew that going in straightforward.
Right.
So I knew that I got to contact those type parks in the fall to let them know in the spring what
Right.
days can we use. We might be here on some Saturdays. We might be here on some late Mondays, just so we can have a chance to compete in the spring. So it's tough, but I love it though.
Okay. So let me take you back to college for a hot second. Tell me about just being on a historically Black college campus. How was it at Bama State?
It was fun. So out of high school, I went to Lawson. So that was
Okay.
my first time being alone, like by myself.
Okay.
So I was making decisions on my own.
Right.
But I loved Alabama State. It was so fun.
Really?
I had a very good time. Yeah.
Was top flight still? What was it called? A Rose or something there?
No.
Oh, long gone for we got there. Thank
Okay.
God it was.
Yeah.
I know what it is still there. Fried Chicken Wednesday.
Yeah.
Really?
Ooh, we.
Okay.
The best soul food. It's so good. I
And
miss it, honestly.
let me ask you this: where would you say the farthest place somebody that you went to school with, like somebody was from Denver or somewhere, like where would you say was the farthest place you had a student down there that you met?
My roommate, Jack Neal Guzman. He's from New York.
Really?
He's from the Bronx. And he was my roommate. He was a pitcher.
Okay.
Great dude. One of
Okay.
my brothers.
Okay.
Yeah, I met him at Alabama State, and great dude, genuine, down to earth. Once I had my wedding, I'm my best man. He's one of them type dudes. Majority of our team was from like Venezuela, just because I coach.
Mhm.
So I met a lot of people that's not from.
So now this guy that's coaching now, that was your coach?
Correct.
Really?
Jose Vasquez.
Okay.
Mhm.
Good stuff. Okay. So wait a minute, you said once you have a wedding? Okay, so I didn't mean to put that picture out. I thought you already married.
Oh no, sir. Yeah.
Okay, my bad, bro. I got to start doing my homework, bro. Lord help me.
I started texting like, hey, man, a brother like that, man.
Right. No. So, Cole, what made you? Did you know you wanted to get into education and / coaching?
I really didn't. I really didn't know what I wanted to do, honestly. But I know I wanted to be around the game of baseball.
Okay.
And I know I wanted to develop the youth so they can go and achieve their goals. And I want to be a key factor in that.
So did you major in? What did you major in at Bama State?
Say it again.
What did you major in?
Oh, biology.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I
So
got my degree in that.
So now when you came back, did you have to go back and take some more courses to be able to teach, or how did that work?
Kind of. I took a couple courses when I got at Alabama State. But after I finished, it was smooth sailing to get education.
Okay.
So I knew I wanted to be in teaching too as well, because my mom, before she passed, she was a teacher. My dad was education. So I've been around that field, enjoyed it all my life.
Right.
And I see how they came, and I wanted to be following my dad's footsteps as well. So I got education.
Okay. Good stuff. Oh. So man, you get back over there, you're on the hill. Tell me about the team, man. How are you constructing? You have an idea in your head of how what you want, what kind of identity you guys gonna have?
So my whole goal is, man, I want to go over there to over the mountain and compete at a high level.
Okay.
I respect the city, but I want to go over to the big time schools and beat them. So when I was in high school, we played good teams. We played good teams, premier teams. I want to show them that black baseball is still here.
Yeah.
And it's never going away.
Okay.
We're really better than y'all, honestly. I'm just being honest. We're better, we're more athletic, and I want to showcase that.
Okay.
So I when I get those kids early,
He's just telling the truth.
I like it. I'm
He's
feeling
just telling
it.
the truth. The difference in between us and him, they'll play him. They won't play me. They want me to come over there. I'm not coming over there. I got a field. You come over here.
Right.
Now, like I told y'all earlier, the relationship I have with Mount Brook, Coach Gann, and Coach Hall at Homewood, and Coach at Gardendale, them my boys. Them my actual boys. They just different color than I am, but them my boys. Them people I call and talk to.
Right.
And I'm gonna play them because they know what I'm trying to do.
Right.
They know what I'm trying to achieve. But in the past, when people saw us catching up, they started taking us off the schedule. I can't catch up if I'm not playing you.
Right. If I don't know,
I want to play you just like you want to play me, but I'm not coming to you and you're not coming to me.
That's it.
I want money just like you want money.
Right.
I need to generate fun like you need to generate fun. I've watched what Coach Stewart is doing over at Ramsey. He's playing them, but he's playing them at everybody want to come to Rickwood. Oh, he'll go to them because he don't have a field.
Right.
But they won't come to him.
Another thing, we played Hoover this year. Really good game. It was a clean baseball game. And it was so much respect. They offered us to come practice at their facilities. They opened up their indoor facility and their field just so we can have a place to go.
Yeah, Comola is a good dude.
Yeah. So I just feel like that's a good respect.
Okay.
I mean, I want to showcase good baseball. That's my goal.
Comola good. Matter of fact, congratulations, Coach Mosley, because he's on the baseball committee with me.
Okay.
I'm on the state baseball committee as the committee member for District 5.
Right.
He's the committee member for District 5. He just won last Wednesday. He's been voted on by his peers. So it'll be myself from District 5 and Coach Mosley from District 5. And next year they'll open up the voting again for us to vote again to see who's going to be on the committee to represent District 5. And with me being the face that I am, representing District 5, it really speaks volume of the respect that they have for me in this district.
Okay. Coach, what would you say, and I'm asking this to both of y'all, the biggest misconception about us playing baseball?
We don't play. You agree?
Totally agree.
We don't play.
Right.
Our kids are not 100% baseball players. I'm finally blessed, and Coach Stewart probably can attest to this too. I'm finally blessed where out of 28 players on my roster, 24 of them play baseball and baseball only.
Yeah.
I've been begging and pleading for something to happen like this, and I guess I'm not gonna guess. I know God answers prayers. I've been asking for pictures, multiple pictures for years. He can attest to this. Now we getting those kids that's young that have been playing the travel balls, not community, based park ball.
Right.
And they're a little bit more developed, but they still not there because they're not playing as much. They're on the team, but they're not playing.
Right.
Getting the reps in outside of us.
I totally agree. My biggest thing is the only way you grow in this game is you play.
Right.
I heard Coach Moss say something before we started about playing. It's better than practicing. So it's just so much you can do on the development side to be successful in this game.
Right.
So playing travel ball in the summer and the fall gets you ready for the spring to dominate.
Right.
So, I mean, it's just, I'm not big on just taking off.
Right.
I hate canceling practice. We're going to do something today.
Right.
We're gonna hit off the tee. We're gonna do something to get developed.
Right.
That's the only way you get better in this game.
We practice year round.
I mean, it's just
year round. When the season starts, 7 days a week, we're not off. Even if it rains, we're not off. I'm gonna find something for us to do.
Right.
A lot of parents hate it, but hey, I ain't asked your son to play. Your son wanted to play, so you need to support him. And anything he ain't out here in these streets.
Absolutely.
Coach, you played travel ball starting at 9.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, where would you say is some of the cooler places you've been to play some baseball?
Atlanta, Lake Point, that was real fun. It was all turf fields. Alabama at the time was good. Right now, I didn't get a chance to play at Hoover, but the Met, they got like a whole turf circuit over there. It's super nice.
Really?
It's fun. Yeah.
Okay. You guys, your players, do they have walk-up songs?
No, we can't do that.
Okay.
Because we haven't got access to that Eric Wood.
Really?
Yeah. So,
Well, and do you go and you play other teams where that is?
oh yeah, that's the norm.
That's the norm,
Yeah,
man.
that's the
Okay,
norm.
okay.
So we played at Lee's. They're in that area. We got Lee's and John Carroll. They blasted it. They
Really?
blasting our music, but yeah, they blasting the walk-up music.
Right.
Music while we doing pregame. So, but we can't do it, Eric Wood.
I got a bullet point on here, and it says it's not just all about being a city champ.
Mm-hmm.
You covered that with the statement that you want to get your team ready to go over the mountain and show them that we better than y'all.
Correct.
So, kind of go back through that and tighten that up for me. What is that? That's intrinsic. That's something like, man, what motivates you to want to showcase that and to have those results?
So when you go to the playoffs, you're fortunate to go to the playoffs. That's the type of players you're playing against. You're playing those over the mountain teams. You're going to those country towns playing those teams. And if you don't play them in the season, how are you ready to play them in playoffs?
Right.
So my goal is to show them, like, you can beat them, man. Like they're good. I respect them, but they're beatable.
Right.
Play clean baseball. Play clean baseball and do what you know how to do.
Right.
They're beatable.
Put your pants on the same way.
Yeah, I mean,
one leg out the other.
Minimize the errors and eliminate them and just play baseball.
Play clean baseball.
Put the ball in play and see if they can make plays.
Get them on, get them around, get them in.
Heard that somewhere. Sound familiar to me.
I hear you, Doc. So you coaching travel ball, right? And and I should have asked Coach Hard this, but because for football and basketball, we ask the coaches, how involved are y'all in the little league and kind of getting them on, make sure they know some of the stuff that they're gonna see when they get to y'all. Is that something that we had the young man talking about PAT? What kind of involvement can y'all have to kind of help smooth that road and that transition to get them to coming on up to you guys?
So with the road, you really can't coach at that age, like middle school. That's the rule. But it's really the middle school showing them the right things in baseball. Like I kind of get a kid come in 9th grade, they don't know the simple stuff, like the small thing that they should have been taught at a young age. So I know coaches ask, hey, coach, what do you do at the high school level? They got to get the basics first. Like they got to get the routine down before they get to high school.
Right.
Because in the high school, I expect you to already know this stuff. So I can get that side out the way and we can just focus on what I expect, what we expect as the coaching staff. So you're just showing them the right way at a young age.
I got you.
Well, it helped me with the feeder pattern. With us having a feeder pattern with Wilkerson and Washington playing baseball together, I have total control over everything.
Okay.
I mean, they practice at my field. The coaches on my staff. They wear my uniforms. They play at my field. So when we having practice, they having practice.
Right.
So everything, the JV, the middle school, and the varsity, all there together. And I'm controlling everything.
Right.
So I'm knowing who's coming up, who's going down.
Right.
And I'm seeing like, well, this kid ain't gonna make it over here. Or this kid gonna make it over here. Well, I'm pulling this kid up. And unfortunately, we didn't have middle school this year. So the 7th grade I was telling you all about early, he had no choice but to play varsity and junior varsity.
Right.
But, out of the 3 that made it, that stuck it out, they're going to be really good baseball players. and they one 8th grader, 2 7th graders.
Wow.
But the feeder pattern, thank God for Coach Pope, coming up with that philosophy.
Right.
That all 6 high schools have a feeder program outside of Ramsey. Ramsey don't have a feeder program, and nor does WJ Christian and Phillips. Those are the 3 idle teams in the district, but everybody else have a feeder pattern.
Okay. Coach Stu, let me ask you this, man. What mentor? Who would you lean on and say, okay, man, this was a role model in the game? Who inspired you?
I want to first start off with my dad. Like, he showed me the right from wrong at a very young age, and I'm blessed to have a father figure that showed me everything. Honestly.
Okay.
Another guy named Travis Coleman.
Now, but before you go any further, Coach, I want to play something for you before you get into
Good evening to all individuals who have tuned in to this podcast led by my friend Jay. Great vision, as you highlight, coaches. My main purpose on today is just to share with you briefly how proud I am of my son for his desire and will to want to coach in this game called baseball. Your desire to want to do something that I know you truly love. We have been working at this game since the age of 5 when I first started coaching you, and whoever would have thought that several years later that you would be the head coach at your alma mater, Ramsey High School. That is, it's truly a blessing and an honor to be able to serve in that capacity, to help mold, build, and give insight to young men who are striving to play baseball the correct way. This game is just like life. So if we can develop our young men, and I really believe that's my son's desire just in our conversation, our many conversations about the game and how it's applicable to life. And his desire is to build young men. And I'm so very, very proud of you, your approach to the game, your ideas, your thoughts, how we collaborate, how you use your coaches to help you. That's very, very important. Your hard work, your dedication, your will to want to make these young men better is something that I'm truly proud of you as a young coach in your development as a man in life. Keep striving, my brother.
That means a lot. My dad is everything, man. I love my dad. He showed me so much. Losing my mom at a young age, so he stepped up to another role.
Wow.
I lost my mom in the 5th grade. So
Wow.
once I lost my mom, my dad didn't stop pushing. He didn't stop working.
Right.
So seeing him go through that, because he loses his wife.
Right.
So him seeing that made me even work even harder.
Right.
So it's a blessing.
Good stuff, man.
It reminded me of the conversation we used to have when I first started coaching. Good dude, man.
Yeah.
Just a good dude, just a solid dude.
Yeah, that seemed like let me get these cameras back up. But that seemed like I see a lot of you and your dad. Let me just say that. When I seen the video, I never met your dad in the life, never met you. But once I saw you when you came in, I can tell that he poured a lot. You like am I wrong, Moss?
You're absolutely correct.
Because I said he just like his daddy.
Whenever you saw Trey, you saw Quad.
Yeah.
I didn't understand at a young age, like, man, why is he so hard on me? Just like anything. But I understand now, like, it's molding you to be that man, that guy that you want to be.
Right.
Yeah.
And I do that with my high school team too as well.
Yeah.
When I talk to my former players, they like, man, Quad beat you. I'm like, hell, y'all taught him everything he know.
Yeah.
But he was running around here with y'all.
Yeah.
So what you expect?
Yeah.
You pulling from a lot of pots, man. That's what's up.
Yeah, man. But I lost my mom same age you lost yours too, so I can understand that. Yeah.
Man, just you already spoke to the vision of the program. and that's admirable. I mean, while you were out, he was saying his goal is to take his team and to really illustrate dominance on whoever they're playing against, but definitely show some of these teams across the mountain that they're a formidable foe for those programs over there. So,
yeah, I like that.
Yes, sir.
I like that.
It ain't but 1 or 2 of us gonna play them in the city.
Yeah.
And I hate using that city word. Like, not on here, no slack on him. They say they win the city championship. That ain't never been my focus. I never wanted to be the city champion because I won them all for so long. And when I stopped focusing on city champion, I'm like, don't nobody recognize the city champion. We win the city champion, we ain't going to the playoff. Hold up. Let's reverse this. Let's start focusing on winning the area, going being competitive and getting to the playoff.
Right.
Yeah.
But this year, I wanted to beat him. I wanted to beat him so bad. I was on pins end. Then for us to go out there and play the way we played against him, I was totally disappointed. But I had to come back and regather myself. Like, hey, you put too much pressure on them. They're young.
Right.
They're not ready. They're not there yet.
Right.
Just keep pushing. Keep coaching.
Isn't that part of coaching those put pressure on kids to perform?
Not that kind of pressure.
Oh, what you were doing?
Oh man, I told him, I said, I want to beat them. I want to beat them. I ain't never wanted to beat Ramsey that bad. Other than this year.
Quad, what you think about what he was thinking of, Quad?
I know, Moss. I know. I looked over there one time. I think I seen him exit the dugout. I said, ooh,
he hot. He hot.
I put everybody out. Told me, everybody get out. Go sit in the stand.
So you knew you had a Quad?
Yeah, I know.
That's all.
They were solid. They was solid.
But you know what, man? Oh man, y'all, CJ, man, you got me here doing a podcast. We should have been coaching somewhere. Them boys having fun.
Yes, sir.
Oh, it's fun now.
I know it's
I
fun.
have fun. It's some late nights and early morning, but I love what I do. I really do. It's not a job when you love what you do.
But you know what? Though I'm gonna give it back to Jay. But we love hearing what y'all do.
Right.
Man, you know what? I mean, every time I listen to stories like this and see you guys and the dynamic, I love it, man. I love it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Quad. Fred Stewart IV. Young man, I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you for having me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And man, look, we'll be checking you guys out. So what is the rest of the season hold for you guys?
So unfortunately, we did not make the playoffs. We lost in a series last week to John Carroll. They knocked us out. So we got 2 more games left. And the season over.
Okay.
So we got Hueytown tomorrow. It's a big game at Hueytown at 6:30. And we got another one senior day Thursday against Quabbin.
Just go.
Don't be surprised I pull up, man. I mean, because I've been watching some baseball games, but I need to watch them here.
6:30 tomorrow.
At Hueytown High School, if the weather permits.
Yeah.
I know it's supposed to rain a little bit tomorrow.
We playing tomorrow. Tomorrow's senior night.
Oh, y'all got senior night too?
Playing against Lance tomorrow. Winona.
Oh,
okay.
That's gonna be a good one,
Playing
Coach.
against your frat brother.
Yeah, your frat brother.
Okay.
I forgot that.
We play every day this week, though. We play Monday against Winona, Tuesday against Midfield, Wednesday against Pinson Valley, Thursday is the last area game against J.O., Friday against Pinson Valley again, Saturday against Altamont, and Monday we end the season against Gardendale at Gardendale. If we'd have been going to the playoff, we'd have been playing Gardendale again next Friday in the first round of the playoff for the series.
Wow.
So, looking good to close the season out, man.
That's what's up, man.
Teaching these young guys, let's get ready for the summer and fall.
There you go. Well, gentlemen, I really appreciate y'all coming in.
Yes.
I wanted to talk a little baseball. I will say, Brother Stewart, he sent me an inbox a long time ago. He said, man, hey, I know y'all talking football and basketball, but hey, it's another sport out there now.
I think I told you that when I was on the first time.
Yeah,
Hey, don't forget about me when baseball
But
season
I told you, boy, if a guy send your inbox, but he ready to,
Hey, look
bro.
up. But like I told him, I said, hey, and I told him, I said, listen, I'm checking you out. I said, man, we like Whittles. You come, just hold on, man. Just hold on.
I'm glad you picked this topic and these guys to talk. These two good young coaches. And
Yes, sir.
I have never been as proud of Birmingham City baseball as I am now because all the coaches are very competitive and they know baseball. And I just love the direction that baseball is going. Baseball and softball in the city of Birmingham is going because we finally got it right with the coaches.
Man, we have a phone call, guys.
We got a caller.
Let's just take the phone call and see what they talking about. Caller, you on there?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, you should be able to hear us. Caller.
Call me. You want somebody to talk to.
Yeah, we doing pretty good. I'm trying to figure out why we ain't getting you over on this thing. Hold on. Maybe we ain't getting no calls tonight. Oh, hold on. Yeah, y'all can hear? Go ahead.
Yeah, what's up, my guys?
Okay, we can hear you now. Who we speaking with?
Man, this Coach Ant, man. This Coach Ant. I'm just calling in and just letting y'all know, man, that y'all do a hell of a job
Appreciate
in the city.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Appreciate it.
Well, man, and I'm just calling in to let you know because I got a son that play over the mountain.
Okay.
Had a chance to see Ramsey, had a chance to see Shays Valley, and you take those coaches and bring them over here where we at, they'll win a ring.
Okay.
They'll win a ring.
What over the mountain you at? Hoover?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I'm just calling, checking y'all out, man. Great episode, man. Anytime you acknowledge our black baseball coaches, which they don't get enough credit, man. I was telling Coach Travis yesterday, we just don't get enough credit. I guess they think we just don't know baseball, right? Look, but football guy calling in. Do I know a little bit about baseball? I guess I do. Great job, guys.
Well,
Appreciate that.
It's that we don't know baseball. It's just that we don't get the opportunity that they get.
Oh, what you say? That's that.
We just don't get the opportunity that they get. It's not that we don't know baseball because we can outcoach the best of them. We didn't prove that day in and day out.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. I'm with you.
Well, Coach Ant, man, we appreciate you. Good to hear your voice.
Yes, sir.
No doubt, man. I'll see y'all later. And, hey, great job what y'all doing, and I'll holler at y'all later, man.
Okay, now.
All right, thanks,
y'all
Coach.
Keep blessing kids and families, brother.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
it. Thank you.
Yes,
Same
sir.
to you.
Now, if y'all didn't know, that's Antonor Winston.
Yeah, okay.
That's it. Yeah. I mean, he did. But yeah.
Jonah Winston.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So hey, we appreciate him coming. We appreciate him watching and calling in as well.
Yes, sir.
But like I said, man, this is a long time coming. Glad to get you guys on, talk some baseball, and really, like I said, put that energizer money back into trying to get our kids back involved in this, man.
You couldn't have picked a better two, though. The better baseball. Then got Brian with softball, but let's put some more emphasis on softball too.
Yeah.
Let's
Of course.
bring some more
Of course. I had some more questions I
Yeah.
wanted to ask Brian too, but man, thank y'all though, man. It's been I don't think it's a guest that we can bring on this show that disappoints us. I don't believe so.
Y'all been doing a great job.
Man, thank you.
Yeah, I want to give y'all flowers too. Y'all really doing a good job.
Appreciate that, man. And
Thanks,
like I
Coach.
said,
We're getting the word out about what's going on around here in all sports.
Yeah. And we love it too. So I don't see us doing this, stopping this no time soon.
Yeah, like I said, I appreciate y'all. Y'all don't even know, like I was telling y'all earlier, what you all are doing. I'm trying to do it because I want to take my program to the next level. Not just baseball, the whole athletic program.
That's right.
Like Parker. Like at the football games, I want them to have interviews where they can sit down and talk about, Coach, tell us about the game. I want to do that live on our
That's
page
right.
because
Y'all
we don't-
should.
Then athletics is the front porch of your school. So I'm trying to sell the school, the brand, and the athletic program all in one.
Right.
Hey man, hey bro, I love that vision. After y'all do y'all thing, y'all still coming back over here because we
That's right.
we family. We're gonna
We're gonna invite y'all on Fridays and Thursdays and Tuesday night to come in and ask the questions.
There we go. Well, good stuff, man. Hey, Birmingham, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. It's been a little rainy night, so it wasn't nothing better to do but watch these young men.
That's it.
So, hey, Mike, another one.
It's another one, man.
Michael.
Hey, make sure y'all check us out, man, on all social media platforms. HSCU Podcast, TikTok, HSCU Podcast, Instagram, HSCU Podcast, YouTube, HSCU Podcast, Facebook. If you ain't liking us, you a hater.
Just that.
Yeah,
just
it's been
Y'all on
flow.
Instagram? I didn't know y'all was on Instagram.
Yeah.
Y'all on the gram?
We on the gram.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, we on the gram. We on TikTok. We
I tag you when
we
I,
maybe
on,
even on
Instagram.
Snapchat.
Like when I put a video on, I always tag.
Yeah, he
Can I
just
do a shout out, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I want to shout out to my team.
Okay.
Love my guys. Do anything for them. They work extremely hard. Got 5 seniors on Thursday on senior day. Shout out to the whole Ramsey Nation and Coach Stewart. Love y'all.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
That's what's
That's
up.
how you build a brand.
Young gun.
That's how you build a brand.
Yes, sir. You right? Hey,
Build that brand, brother. Build
go
it.
ahead on, man. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of both of y'all. Man, I'm gonna get out of here. All right, Coach Moss, you got anything you want to say?
No, man, I'm
All
just
right.
blessed and highly favored, man. Good service today at church.
Amen, pal.
Good family. Wifey, my wife is having a procedure tomorrow.
Yeah.
But she told me and my daughter to go play our game. My daughter plays softball at Pop.
Yeah.
And they got a doubleheader tomorrow, and it's senior night for them too. So they playing Winona and Huffman, and we just playing Winona. So I'm gonna be coaching that game tomorrow with heavy hearts because I want to be in the hospital with my wife.
Yeah.
But she
wants
said, go do what you love.
Yeah.
And me and my daughter looking at each other like it's a setup. It's a setup.
Most of the time.
But baby, I love you.
Yeah.
I know everything's gonna go well, regardless what the doctors say. We know there's one person that's in control.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So, I already prayed about it. Both moms, my mom in love, my mother, father, my sister, my babies, my brothers, hey, I'm here, I'm grinding. I'm just trying to leave a legacy for everybody.
Absolutely.
There you go.
All right, man. Hey, y'all have been tuning in to HSCU podcast. See you next time.
Go
We
Peter,
out.
say great job, Fred.
Man, we're finally here. 3 years in the making, we finally here.
You know the major was like, man, we ran the city. You know what I mean? We ran the city. Right.
I mean, I was proud of that. We weren't close to make the city.
Nah. By the dean of high school basketball coaches.
The dean.
I ain't care nothing about Jack though.
Told the young lady, I said, he definitely married up. You're 27, is that correct?
So it hurt because I'm human,
Yeah.
right?
Rightfully so.
But I'm gonna give you more to hate. Just stay tuned.
You gonna get your first one tonight. Give me the rock. Right, we gonna stop and get some chicken.
Right.
So we laugh about that. You ride with me, gonna get that chicken.
Yeah. Did you ever heard that story that the scouts were coming?
Came to see
him.
And saw Willie Mays.
Come on Wednesday to catch me.
Team they went to, we don't beat them 4 out of 5 times, so maybe they'll help them out.
Thompson is overtaking Hoop. There's no question that Thompson is taking over
They got the best black.